Okay, I'd like to welcome you to Con Expo and welcome to the TopCon booth and the presentation of the future construction job site. TopCon's played a major role or pioneered technology revolutions that have resulted in the digital CAD revolution. That's where we take your construction blueprints, digitize them into smaller electronic files that make them easier to manage and easier to use. The GNSS RTK revolution. And basically that's where different countries' satellite systems, multiple constellations of satellites, send signals. TopCon receivers are actually able to track all those signals and determine your position anywhere on the planet. We have the mobile computing revolution. This is where we produce small, powerful, cost-effective mobile devices that are actually able to load things like digital files and allow you to do applications out in the field that weren't possible before. And then TopCon pioneered three-dimensional machine control technology. We're able to touch surface and it'll tell us exactly what the elevation and slope of the blade's supposed to be. Put the system in automatic and it automatically moves to grade and slope. And then being able to seamlessly integrate all this data and get it to the right person in your organization. We do that with the wireless data revolution. And basically all these components cohesively create the complete digital job site. Okay, we're working on a job site here in Salem, Oregon. This is what the complete digital job site is going to look like. We're going to talk about the data collection that happens on this job site. Now, there's an existing topo done before any contractor starts work. It's usually done by aerial surveying or satellite imagery. But before we start the job, we want to go out there and verify that topo. So we use TopCon's industry-leading robotic total station technology to send one person out there to do that topo. One person doing the work of a three-man survey crew. We can do the same thing with RTK GPS. Whether it's on a four-wheeler, a truck, or a handheld rover, one person going out and doing the work of 3 or 4 people. Now I want to talk about a revolutionary new technology that TopCon has called the IPS-2. It combines 360-degree digital imagery, positioning by RTK GPS, and laser scanning. It's on a mobile platform. Anywhere that truck drives, it scans everything. The roadway, buildings, trees, shrubbery, curb, sidewalks, everything, and it's stored in what we call point clouds. This is all the point cloud data of a downtown area that we scan with the IPS-2. It stores millions of points every second. That's the IPS-2. Okay, we're back at our complete digital job site. TopCon has an asset management product called TopCon Tierra. As long as I have Tierra on this haul truck, I can monitor things like fuel level, oil pressure, water temperature. With the cost of fuel these days, we want to be able to save our company money by monitoring things like idle time. I can actually track key on, key off, high RPM, low RPM, all with Tierra. It's a web-based management system, so I can log in with a laptop computer or my desktop computer and actually archive things on the database and study just the different things to be able to manage my assets better. We can also use it for security. Here's a geofence that's built around the job site. As long as these machines have Tierra on them, I can track as they enter or exit the geofence. Imagine being able to put a geofence in a load area or a geofence in a dump area, and we can calculate cycle times as well. Okay, so we're back to our complete digital job site. This is a design surface, so this is an electronic representation of what the job's going to look like when it's finished. When we first went out there, we talked about the robotic total station technology and the GPS technology of going out and actually doing an existing topo. This is what it would look like electronically. And then somewhere in the middle, between the start and the finish of the project, I want to go out and topo my progress. This is what that would look like electronically. But being able to compare those surfaces is a key component in the complete digital job site. Here's the existing topo. I go out every Friday and topo it again, and I'm able to calculate or compare those two surfaces, and I can give you a volume calculation in cubic meters or cubic yards, so I can track the progress of my job site, or I can also use it for billing. Okay, back at the complete digital job site, we talked about TopCon Tierra, which is asset management. Now we're going to talk about SiteLink 3D. If I have SiteLink 3D on this specific dozer, I can be here in Nevada and I can look at my operation in Arkansas. I can see exactly what my operator's looking at. This is the same screen that he sees in his 3D machine control box. I can measure his productivity. Okay, so as he tracks along the job site, I'm getting a color-coded as-built map that's updated in real time, so I can measure his productivity. This color swap will actually change as he gets closer to gray. I can also access his control box, so if I have changes to the elevations on the job and I create a new surface, I can actually send it to the operator, or if I want to, I can actually load it. And one of the things you're able to do with SiteLink 3D is I can remotely access a control box to troubleshoot it. So if you're having a problem, if you have a technology specialist with your company, he can actually remotely troubleshoot this device from the office and not have to go to the job site, or your local TopCon dealer can handle that as well if he has access to that company's SiteLink 3D. Okay, TopCon's long been the innovator and the industry leader in two-dimensional paving controls. We're going to take that to the next level, and we will be the industry leader in three-dimensional paving controls as well. With millimeter GPS and TopCon's exclusive technology called Laser Zone, I can put GPS on an asphalt paver, a milling machine, curb and gutter machine, as well as a slip form paver, and control this in 3D. TopCon is the only manufacturer that's able to do three-dimensional paving and milling machine control with utilizing GPS. And there's an exciting new technology called the RTP300. The RTP300 combines inline laser technology and GPS. I'm actually able to drive down a road at highway speed without having a lane closure, so no safety hazards. And the inline lasers store point every inch along the roadway. I can take that data of that existing road, put it into TopCon's SiteMaster design software, and build a surface for my milling and my paving. So I can take this design surface, put it on my mill, do all my select milling. Take my design surface, put it on the asphalt paver, and I can do all my structural and friction lifts. And then take the RTP300 and drive it at highway speeds to build an as-built file and calculate a rideability index. So no matter what rideability index your local state DOT uses, we can create it with SiteMaster and the data coming out of the RTP300. Okay, we talked about SiteLink 3D with the earth moving equipment. We also offer SiteLink 3D for our asphalt pavers and milling machines, so I can track the progress of my asphalt paver or milling machine in real time. We're also able to track things like our trucking for asphalt. Okay, so all these icons moving on this Google map are either dump trucks moving towards the batch plant or towards the paver. Here we have a batch ticket number, truck number, when it leaves the batch plant, the tonnage of asphalt that's on each individual truck, the mix temperature, when it arrives on site, but more importantly, when it dumps in the hopper of the paver. And we can also get the same data for our asphalt paver. Same batch ticket number, the mix temperature in the hopper of the paver, how many feet per minute that we're paving at, the screed width, the amount of material moving through the paver, and the yield. So I can, in real time, track the yield of that paver. I don't have to wait till the end of the night or end it to the end of the shift to calculate whether I'm over or under my yield calculation. Now there's a lot of data that's generated by all these technologies, but being able to send it to something as simple as a smartphone or a tablet computer, where I'm able to be at ConExpo in Las Vegas and I can look at all my machines operating in Arkansas or Florida or wherever they're at, and being able to manage my assets wherever I'm at. So getting real-time information to a smart device. And then seamless integration of all this data, being able to take that data and send it to the right part of my organization. So maybe if I'm calculating volumes, I send it to the estimating department so I know if I'm ahead of schedule or behind schedule. I may need to move some assets around to jobs that aren't up or aren't ahead of schedule like some of my jobs are. I can also send things to like accounting. so I can bill on time. Or I can send HR reports. I can calculate the production of one machine to another machine and compare it, or one operator to another operator and compare it, and do an HR report for that as well. And then being able to have a local TopCon dealer that's going to be my partner in technology. So you're going to buy something on the floor of ConExpo today. That order is going to go to the local TopCon dealer. He's going to come out and install it. He's going to do all my training of my operators and field personnel, and he's going to be there for service and support after the sale. You need a partner in technology that you can trust, and that's going to be your local TopCon dealer. Now, we've talked about a lot of different technologies today. I want to encourage you to travel around the booth. Look at the RTP 300 over here to my right. SiteLink, 3D, and TopCon Terra. All of our machine control solutions are here in the middle of the booth, and all of our survey solutions off to my left. If you have any questions, make sure you talk to the TopCon professional sales personnel. We'll all be in the TopCon blue shirts. If you have any questions, we'll be glad to answer them for you. If not, thank you for attending the ConExpo, and welcome to TopCon. Have a nice day.